Hi everyone. Here we are in the preparatory level B of the all-in-one approach to succeeding at the piano, and we are focusing on a theory page along with ear training on page 24. More skips. Here the students are learning the combined reading system of knowing whether something is a step or a skip by visualizing what the patterns look like. So for example, I'm going to write a treble clef on the treble staff, and if we had a student go ahead and write middle C here, draw a middle C, and we say, let's go ahead and draw a step up from C, then they know that a step is a line note to a space note. This one is going up. Or, as you know, steps or seconds can go down. So if we put a note anywhere else, a line note to the next space note, that's also a step, but it's going down. So in succeeding at the piano, students learn intervallic reading incredibly well. My teacher was Elvina Truman Pierce, who was highly regarded, as you know, as a wonderful teacher. And I studied with her at Northwestern University for piano pedagogy. So I really learned how to teach intervallic reading. So when a student has a skip, let's say on the page, let's say we have them draw a middle C, and this time we say a line note to a line note with a space skipped is a skip or a third. So then the students learn, well, you know what? Skips can also go down. So a line note to a line note with a space skipped is also a third or a skip. Then we teach our students, you know what? If we have a space note to a space note with a line skipped, that's also a third or a skipped note. So if we say it in a sing-songy way, line to a line with a space skipped, or a space to a space with a line skipped, or going down, a line to a line with a space skipped, then the students start to understand their skip notes or their intervals of a third as well as their steps. So you're going to see that on page 24 and throughout the entire method. So it's a combined reading system because I've combined the traditional note reading of memorizing particular notes of guide notes, middle C, treble G, F, and we'll continue on our way with other very important guide notes. And from those guide notes, when students know their intervals, they know how all the reading works between the intervals and the notes around them. So that's the gist of intervallic reading. It's very important to have students go ahead and put an X in whatever the line or the space is that is not played. So that becomes a really wonderful visual activity for them. So now the other thing that I do want to say is that the flashcard friend, oh my gosh, is definitely a friend for our students. These are incredible flashcards because I teach, again, the combined reading system. Of course, there's some pre-reading in this particular pack. Here, the flashcard friend says, name the directions and the notes. So on this page 19, they'll see three steps. So they can name the direction it's going down, and they have to say the note, C, B, A. So we're already teaching the students patterns of notes early on. So here's an example on page 20, same thing, name the notes in the direction. They would say A, B, C, and these are steps going up. So name the notes in the direction on the next one on page 21. Here the students have already learned the B below middle C, and then they just say to us, oh, it goes down a step and then it goes up a step. So these notes are B, A, B. So there's a lot of patterns in this particular flashcard pack, and there's so many other wonderful things about that flashcard pack. And you know, I know there's lots of great things on the web for students to do on the computer, but it's also really nice for them to sit in a chair and go ahead and just speak the answers out loud to a pack of flashcards. So on page 24, as we continue, we have follow the leader, which always has to do with rhythm patterns. So the two little girls that are stepping in time. So we can do that little rhythmic activity with them. And then there's an ear training activity under the activity number 2 with a little boy, where the teacher will play some skips and we ask our students to tell us whether they're blocked or they're broken. So a blocked third, for example, compared to a broken interval. So at the bottom of this page, there is a yellow-orange box, which always has to do with new material that the student learns. And here I say that skips are also called thirds, and you can count the thirds like this. And here I'm going 1, 2, 3. But in actuality, it's much better for a student to learn their intervals just visually by saying a line to a line with a space skipped. So I'll continue talking about that as we progress in the Succeeding at the Piano method.